Badingolo ngal kontong al tola nal jamundangolo mobe dawda kabrin Gambia fo Gambia e bantala afele wato sita wato me yalon ko bi nga America la ambassador soto me yalon ko wolbe siri e banko kan Gambia jang bi nga wala soto na studio kono jang Home Digital FM 99.9 sain de fengo fen karambe programme lan ganyami wolom nyinde ko e badi ngate mamandi ka kaw moy wonna kaw moy ba nabe katala angare kamola ne wo bota je ne wato soto tan nan nga fasaro do diala bari abe kala nyamin do wolom nyinde ko bi ma wati jama soto wala montaro minute tan anil lulu do mbe wala kala le jam thanks once again good listeners out there. This is Home Digital FM 99.9 in Brikama town. We also broadcasting live on Mengbe Kering TV. And today, this afternoon, I'm very much happy to host the most important guest since the inception of this radio. This is the United States Ambassador to the Gambia. Though we have the previous Ambassador Pascal here, but this ambassador is a woman, and this radio is all about woman emancipation or woman empowerment. So this afternoon, we have Ambassador Sharon Kroma, who is the United Ambassador to the Gambia. I am the host, BOJANG. Madam Ambassador, welcome to Brikama and Home FM in particular.
Thank you, Pa. I'm delighted to be here.
Thank you very much, Madam Ambassador. You just arrived in the country to start your tenure. What have been your biggest impression since you arrived in this country, people or anything else?
Well, people have surely impressed me. I have toured the country the last 3 days. I've gone from Banjul to Yammanir.
Where?
Yammanir, near Futoto.
Okay, near Fatoto. Okay, good.
Near
yes.
Fatoto.
Okay.
Forgive me for mispronouncing.
Yes, okay, good.
Mispronouncing the names. I'm going to get them right over time.
Good.
But it was a wonderful trip. I had an opportunity to speak to many Gambians of a variety of backgrounds. And what I have discovered is that Gambians are strong. Mm-hmm. They're strong people. They love their country.
I think we apologize that we're a little bit behind on the TV because my mic was mute, I think, because of the long, waiting. But then once again, I'm going to repeat these questions, Madam Ambassador.
Yes.
You just arrived in the country to start your tenure. What has been your biggest impression of the country, people, or anything so far?
Yes, thank you, Pa. I have just returned from a 3-day tour of the country, from Banjul to Fatoto and back. And I have to say that I am impressed with the Gambians. They are strong people, very strong people. They love their country. It's clear. They have sacrificed a lot over time, but now they are ready to give voice to their concerns, their challenges, and their successes. And I value those voices. I'm eager to hear those voices. And I've heard a lot on this trip. So I'm eager to engage with Gambians. I am an active ambassador. I like getting outside of the embassy and talking to people and seeing our projects and what we're doing, the U.S. government's doing around the country. And this is the first of many trips I will take.
Okay. Thank you very much. I'll go into the translation as we do it like that. Badi mo butong ambassador ngani nka minna wala munyente ko sign na nata banko kang. Kabira futata banko kang mune ketala je fengol tala je kulu ate kul minje pura se feng fonya woto. Ay bin fonya woto wala munyente ko a kontanta bake kana Gambia baring abe tenda me ngabota nan tourner la banko karobela kabo fatoto kana fojang wakamala kay minje Gambian koluto anil imanyalo to waya kontane bake katuko ay jela ko Gambian kol mum mollete men yalon ko yela nyimba ko kanu bakele sako sayin ako Gambian kol paretale pour e kamo se lamoyno e kamo se fono yo nyintemboto wodiata e bakele ando nden ala sonta temo ambassadeur te me alon ko active ambassadeur la manna doron ka sidula kele bana be dunna dulal betole kadjibe roke kala moy roke amunta nyinne katala nyinen kar kote yo nyinen gar fula nyawo lafta nyinen kala minna worom nyende ko jannin abinana banko kanjang majkaro kono Gambia dingol min yalon ko wolle be tubabudu ani bentale ani kachata so lafta nyinen kala wala ani yemune kacha. The next section will be before your arrival in March. You met with some prominent diaspora Gambians in the US. What did you discuss with them?
Well, I did have an opportunity to meet with about 20 representatives of the Gambian diaspora in New York City, hosted by the New York City mayor.
Oh.
So that was a wonderful opportunity before I arrived to actually sit down and talk to people. Again, Gambians who love their country, who love Gambia, who have also been very successful in the U.S. These were people like Al Hassan Suso.
Al Hassan Suso.
Yeah, Al Hassan Suso.
Okay.
Who was in 2019 awarded the best teacher in New York State. New York State has the biggest educational system in the United States. And he was designated the best teacher in New York State.
Okay.
That is a huge honor. And Al Hassan Suso was recently back here visiting the Gambia. And we talked about the state of education, we talked about women's empowerment, health, a number of issues. He's interested in bringing the tools and the knowledge that he's learned in the U.S. back here to the Gambia to improve the quality of education here in the Gambia. And I am eager to partner with him. This is an opportunity to work with the diaspora in New York and Atlanta and other places, learn what capacities they have to bring back to the Gambia and to work with them.
Okay. Thank you very much, Madam Ambassador. Budum badi modo lamoy lalo nin jibe lal be dawda Ambassador ngani nin kaminna wolom nyente ko jannabina jam match karo kono anin Gambian ko benta America le min yalon kani kacha so de gani nin kay mune kacha Ambassador na mentande na wolom jannabina nin Gambian ko do benta me yalon ka bita fo mo nyom o mo wol kono min yalon ko wala faram sata baka ya to fo wolom Mr. Susoti mi yalon ko atemo tichaleti New York State ma famala ako ni na rajibe karamo la fannala New York State italo dinkirate dame yalon ko karamo warta ja sembo warta bari wot karamo la waro karamo la siya nyaonya ni waro nyim Mr. Suso memu Gambianoti inata best teacher award dia telela so wokono ana bentale e kachata ye kuja male kacha ako nyente mboto fa wo Mr. Suso nata murumuru ngona Gambia janne ye minulu kacha wala boko karamola fannala ibe wojirwan la no nyaadi le Gambia ani Mr. Suso fana experience bin soto na London de won bin soto America abinala nyaadi le kawolu londino Gambia isaje ko ise Gambia nafa ako worketa kuleti me yalon ko ani wo kachal ako ando fana ni nata jibe pro ani woli e bulo du nyokono diaspora ka do koke ka Gambia yurwande ako wol fana mbe kulle kono men yalon ko wol be bala kata kuwodde kono amunta ambassador e nyino la fonye so buton say mbadi wato mimbije we only have 15 minutes in this program minute tang ani lul damala bembulu mba nyinin kar saban nyinin karol siya bata mbule barinde o nyinin karol be nyinin karol like I said I'm having so many questions to ask but unfortunately we only limited to 15 minutes and my third question will be what is the state of the US-Gambia relationship today?
The state of the relationship today is very strong.
Very strong.
Very strong.
Okay.
The U.S. government, in partnership with the government of the Gambia and the people of the Gambia, is actually enhancing our relationship. Many of you may know that the U.S. government's Millennium Challenge count has now a threshold program, what we call a threshold program, which is usually the first entry of Millennium Challenge Corporation in a country. It's a $25 million 4-year effort to increase the efficacy and operations of NAWEC.
Okay.
The National
the National Electricity and Water.
Thank you.
Okay, good. NAWEC. That's our main board, yes.
Yes.
Good. Okay.
And so, with this increased capacity, the Gambians will see more reliable and accessible electricity around the country. So that's a wonderful indication that our partnership is strong. We're investing in the Gambia. Also, USAID has just decided to appoint a country manager here in the Gambia, which hopefully will mean that there will be more USAID programs here. I'm very hopeful about that. But now we have a very vibrant USAID program. Yes, that has helped the National Assembly with capacity training, with the justice system, with reforms. And also we have a U.S. Department of Agricultural cashew project, which I had a chance to visit on this trip. It's a project that has renovated about 10 kilometers of road that's given access to cashew farmers to domestic and international markets. It's also provided some access to financing, some training in good agricultural practices. And you probably know more than I do that cashews are a cash
crops in this country
that improves the livelihoods of thousands of farmers. And this particular project will help 4,000, maybe 4,000, I think, close to 3,000 or 4,000 farmers. And then finally, I've got to mention Power Africa.
Power Africa.
Yes. I had an opportunity to visit a mini grid, solar grid, up in Yamanar.
Okay, good.
Yes.
Okay.
This is a public-private partnership between the U.S. government, the government of the Gambia, and Unique Group, a private firm, Gambian-owned firm. They are providing electricity for 4,000 people in that community. It has been a game changer for that community. You have entrepreneurs that now have access to electricity. You have schools and health clinics and mosques that have access to electricity, and homes for students to do their work after dark, their homework after dark. This has been a huge transformation of this community. And this organization, this entrepreneur of Unique Group has plans and desires to move to other communities around the country.
Okay.
So we're very pleased.
Okay. Badi ngoto kutunganyi nkamin na wolomo America Banko anin Gambia Banko ila kafunyo yabe nyadile nyintembo to ila tere yabe nyadile. Ambassador mentande na wolom nyinde ko ila kafunyo ya ni la tere yabe bambandine andabe loring. Ako ni nata jibe fang kuo dole findite ka fo mi new millennium goal ni nata jibe Gambia fama dabe okono bakere. Ako kuja male bije mini alon ko isa wol ko keno ni Gambia. Bara nata jibe fana ko ni nata jibe mi alon ko wala kata nawekte. Bari ni nata jibe bi nawek mu problem olete na nyimbanko kan. So I attended Fananko kodo soto me alonko abita for almost $25 million. Me alonko sanjinane project olon prokaje ko even nawek sembentu yala nyadile isaje lo jio adin kurangola fanala. Ako anda bota tama wala I opportunity soto ka project visite no mini alonko etata Yamanar mafamana. Wokono ako mod mini alonko wolom kasu senalalti. Ibe wala fana mako kanne mini alon ko asita fo mi alo ka bita fo Sénégal wuli nani wolle fanam be profit kan wo projet ko nyin kono ako ando America be continent la kaje ko ibe eden Gambia be bulodu na nyoko na nyaadi le kaje ko nyijiru walla fannala kajeluta kajelu topoto kendeke ako anda manna da wala ni nataji be training na fannala fanan ibe kuja male kera amunta ninga summarize nyinna mu koti mi yalon ko America la ambassador mi yalon ka be sirinya banko kan ay wode ta ya fonjena. Now I'm going to ask the final question. I'm so we're running out of time.
Thank you.
I will just do justice. We're just gonna ask the final question. The U.S. government, which you are representing, has been very supportive of the Gambia's Transitional Justice Initiative. How big a priority is this for your government today?
It's a big priority because I understand it's a priority of the president of the Gambia and the people of the Gambia. So we are in full support of the people of the Gambia in this transition. We have provided technical assistance to review the TRRC. We have provided technical assistance to help develop a strategic plan. This is offshore assistance as needed, as requested by the Ministry of Justice. We have trained prosecutors, developed manuals that use good international practices, and we have plans to hold a national stakeholder conference when the white paper is issued to have a good dialogue about it. And that's something I think the U.S. government does well, to bring people together from all different backgrounds to talk, which is, I think, the most important thing. I've had an opportunity to listen to all people of all backgrounds, and including, I had an opportunity to talk with a women's organization called WAVE. They're doing really good work with victims. And some of them in the organization are also victims. And they are helping victims work through their trauma, provide livelihood activities for them, rehabilitate, and the like. And these women just want to be heard. You know, they want to be heard. And I think it's important that we bring people together so that they can talk and be heard. And solutions will come out of that.
Okay. Thank you very much, Madam Ambassador. Butumbadi mulunga nyini nkambi na wala mnyente ko ni natajibe ka luwa londi aninka tidimo londi na nyimba kokam. Sako ning anata hadamadi yala nyantora tinyala minkata jang. Ambassador nyentandi ko jede omu fannale te mi yalon ko America banko be sulare nje bakela ako ni nata je fang ye mo jamale fango train andi be mansakunda ma ko kanne kaje ko ibe prosecutor lu train na no nyaadi de andin kaje ko niti RRC report of mansakunda white paper findinde itol be silale yaje ko mol min yalon ko walla stakeholders te wala mol min yalon ko wolle be dabe nyin ko kono kabirim police lo ba MODOU ni mo kotangon e base si nyin kaito kunto ye kacha sotala bayri wala mu kuti me yalon ka se Gambia sambano anata musu kafo do fo min yalon ko ka fo wave wolmo musolle te min yalon ko victim kafo lo ako wolude ibe sulare min na wala moli e moy andi laftala kadiyamu modi e moy so abe kumaya la bakele pour kaje ko dialogue yake moli e sinda mali e kacha isaje wol fana be diyamu na no nyaadi le modi e moy ako bare nin sula kube America la bake wala mu kaje ko nyin transitional justice wala mu nyin nyantol min yalon ko tinyata janin ku ko tangon kaje ko worbe kala no nyaadi so waya sabo America dadu ndanyin ko kono bakele ka moluta ke train molu mini yalon ko wolle be kitindirol kele ka fo mini prosecutor bar wonya ibe silale ye mansakunda la kayti koyo bato e ka fo mi government white paper. I'm afraid this is That was the last question. But I said that was the last question. Now, can I file the final? I would love to file the final question. Yes, that is in the area of entrepreneurship.
Yes.
Because I have so many questions, but I decided to ask just few. In the areas of economy and local entrepreneurship, what can Gambians look back at today and say, thank God for the United States?
Well, I hope Gambians treasure the partnership with the United States, the long-term partnership that generated private sector investment in this country, that improved their lives, that created quality education and health services. All of this, I think, can come from the investments that we're making today. The Millennium Challenge Corporation's $25 million to help improve the generation and the access to electricity, like it is in that small community in the north. It's going to be a game changer. For Gambians all over the country. If they can have access to reliable electricity, they're going to be able to create more jobs, invest in businesses, schools and health clinics, and mosques and other religious institutions and academic institutions will have the power to work and do what they do best.
Okay.
You know, for a long time to come.
Okay. Butum badi ngono wala katana nyininka labawati nga nyininka minna wala mnyinti ko tumala minna do kukul be Kering anin kukote ngolu Gambian ko fanambe ko majibela nyadide ku jibe ya fo nyinde a America abaraka baki kabiri ngabe wodula jabila ako Gambian ko de fenyamale be nin America tema ko ni nata jibe fang be mo investment wala mo safaroti din America di mon ka safaron min kaja ko be daba ko konon ako ban ni nata jibe fanan kurango la fannala ni fanan be mo kulete bene yalon ko iba ko konole andum Gambian ko wati bina kama ta fama ya fanya be kala game changeleti wala mo ko be falin na wati bina bari ni nata jibe bota damin solar plant le visite bene yalon ko pour ka kuran ko so ne andino so amunta ko ni nata nyimbe jibe wati le bina wati me yalon ko ate mela fang Gambian ko selo wo project ko la Kenya la ya fo ala baraka bake America ko ando ni nata jibe kafunyo yambe Gambia ne America tema wo man dati bi wo meta bakele for a very long time so amunta nyine kata ambassador la jabiroti Madam Ambassador, you've been in this country. I know this is not your first time coming to this country. You've been coming to this country before being appointed officially as an ambassador.
Yes.
Tell me, what has been your favorite dish in the Gambia?
I think it's Benajin.
Benajin?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yes. Fish.
Fish, not meat?
No.
Okay.
I'm a fish eater. I don't eat too much meat, but actually, you know, I've had it many different ways with chicken and beef, and I love it.
Okay.
Yes, thank you.
All right, thank you. Thank you very much, Madam Ambassador. I will not waste your time again. What would be your last word, not in life, but on this show? What would be your last word to the people of to the communities in Brikama, and also the Gambian communities in the diaspora, because they are all watching right now? So, what would be your last word for them?
Well, I want to thank all Gambians for the wonderful welcome I've received upon arriving in the Gambia. As Pa said, this is not my first time in the Gambia. I traveled here as a university student 40 years ago, and I had a warm welcome then, and the people of the Gambia have not changed. They have welcomed me again as the U.S. ambassador, and I am eager to get out and get to know and talk to many of you, as many as I can over the next 3 years, and partner with you and the government of the Gambia to help build this country the way you want it built.
Okay. Butom badi ngolonga anyinen ka minna wolom nyende ko munebe kelala kuma labamoti pour nyem programme ko na tolier minebe brikama jang Gambia anin Gambian ko min yalon ko e be banta. So I wajabiro da di wolom nyende ko a kontanta bake Gambian ko min yalon ko ani bijang kado ko Gambia mo dulati dulami yalon ko dula kuma balong ando nyemban kala na foloti kana Gambia hani wato me yalon ka tebe karamala be university akana Gambia janne ando anene tata non dula do to le dami yalon ka kana Gambia yanka do ko ke kata so ala najang o mo fennete me yalon ko adia tay bake wo kamala abe Gambia ko be tendula be jayida sako min yalon ko in particular wolle be nyim programme o jibe kan anin eba ala moy kan. For that, we come to the end of this special short interview. It's such a short interview. I would like to have an hour with you because I've prepared multiple questions, but unfortunately, I was only able to file 4 questions. But nonetheless, we thank you very much for gracing this great interview.
And I thank you for being understanding. We have been traveling for the last 3 days, and we're at the end of our travels. We just came from Soma and other places well beyond Soma. So I appreciate your understanding, and I will come back.
You'll come back. Thank you.
Yes.
That's a promise. Well, Madam Ambassador promised that she's gonna come back to talk to you, people of Brikama and people of West Coast Radio, people of West Coast. So thank you very much, Madam Ambassador.
Thank you.
We really appreciate that. Badi ngolonga nyinen kamina wolom nyende ko katwala minna anata nyinen kar jamale be mbulu nyanta min nyinen kara. Bare ay nyinna fanya ko tolu nyi wato be ko ne betamo la ni nata jibe na nyi interview fanga schedule pour 3:45 bare fotara jang almost after 5. So womu fennete me yalon ko nga understand ne kende ke bare I promise ordinary koning ala sonta abina janne wato do dami yalon ko nabe full interview sotara isaje ko kujamal min bebi je bin yalon ko laftelo na bare kujamal be jall lafta min katala lafta democracy kachala le lafta accountability kachala le lafta corruption or kachala le mini yalon ko be Kering and America it almost partner that they are one of the most important partners of the Republic of the Gambia, so we cannot ignore this. So with that we come to the end of this special edition.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam Ambassador. Thank you.